Hi my crickets, today we're going to be making fish cakes. Okay, so I've got 100 grams of smoked salmon. It's because what I had left, so smoked salmon it is. Chives. I've made my own mashed potato. With this I've got 4 of the microwavable potatoes, jagged potatoes. Put them in there, 20 minutes, took them out, took all the potato out of the shells and then mashed it with 200 mils of creme fraiche, and that's it. I mashed it all up, and salt and pepper. That's what I've done with that. So that's already done. I've put it in the fridge so it's a little bit more tightened. I've used 3 slices of breadcrumbs. I've made these from the slices of the bread of tiger bread. I've put thyme, basil and lemon peel inside it, and salt and pepper to make it nice and fresh for when we're using it. Okay, so with our mash, we're going to get our chives. I know it kind of looks like I've done everything already, but to be honest, I have most of it in here, so I thought this would be quite nice to make for everybody, because it's quite a classic as well. And who hasn't had fish cakes? If you want to do fish cakes with a different type of fish, you're more than welcome to. You can use tinned tuna, you can use mackerel, anything really, cod, as long as the cod's kind of cooked, that's fine. So I'm just going to chop these. I've been lazy today, I'm using a thing. Normally I'll cut it with a knife, but today I'm a little bit tired, so today we're doing it this way. Okay. There we go. I really like chives because chives aren't overpowering really at all. They're really nice and fresh. They're a bit of an oniony taste, but then you don't have to put any onions in it. You don't have to put any garlic in it, anything like that. I mean, I know I like garlic, but I feel like sometimes in fish cakes it doesn't always work. So, oh, that's also what I put in there. I put some garlic salt in there. So really, I did get some garlic in there, but I do like my garlic, I must admit. Okay, so chopping these up. Almost done. We need probably about half the pack of that chives, so that's a 30 gram pack, so we're looking at half of that, so around 15 grams of it. To be honest, just take half the packet and start chopping. Makes more sense, hey? Oh, we lost one. There's a rogue one. Okay. Gary always laughs at me because he thinks I'm quite funny, the way I'm a bit crazy. Okay, so we're going to mix this all in. And make sure you get a good combination of them all. Now, I did have some little bits left, so if I want to put them last little bits in, I can, but they're just hard to chop sometimes. So. Okay, so mix that in. Okay, that's looking good already. Okay, so add in your smoked salmon. It's a bit of a posh one, this one, but you can use normal salmon if you want to. Just make sure that it's all cooked because it's easier rather than rushing around. When you come home from work or whatever like that, you don't want to be mucking around too much. So that's why most of my stuff is quite easy to do. I mean, the duck yesterday did take a bit longer, but I had the day off, so. Day off equals posh meal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, got Disney today. Disney. Okay, I love Disney. So I'm going to crack some eggs, 2 eggs into here for my little chicken. Put that in there. I saw something the other day about if you get a bottle, like a jar, and you put your eggs in it, apparently it's meant to be, you can just like shake them that way. I don't know if I would trust myself doing that. Probably the lid would come off, but that's how they said to do it. So put your egg in there. It's going to be to bind our breadcrumbs together with our fish cakes. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to spray the bottom because the bottom you want to get crispy as well, remember, so a little bit of that. Okay, I'll show you a couple of times and then we'll stop and then I'll show you when I put them in the oven. Okay, so you can do this whatever way you like. If you want to get in there, you can get in there. If you want to use a ice cream scoop, you can use an ice cream scoop as long as it's got one of them buttons that release it, otherwise it just gets stuck. Okay, so I like big fish cakes, so my fish cakes are big and rounded. Okay, so mix that in there. Like, some people like to dip it in flour as well as this, but to be honest, I'm not particularly fond of loads of flour all over my stuff, so there's our one little fish cake. If you want to pat it down a little bit, you can pat it down a little bit as well. But you want fish cakes big. Big and yummy. That's what we want. Okay, so I'm making sure that it's all covered in the egg. If it's not all covered in the egg, then your breadcrumbs are not going to stick. So, there we go. Now, I made my breadcrumbs in my machine, in my mixing machine, but another way I found, if your mixing machine is broken, you can either buy them, but I would say use the tempura ones if you're going to buy them, breadcrumbs, but also I found that if you use a grater, that works as well, and you get more finer bits, but I prefer a chopper. It does work much better. Okay, so I put that back in the breadcrumbs. Whoa, they're lovely. I really do like fish cakes. I haven't had fish cakes in ages. So doing these videos does help because it reminds me of what I actually like. Okay. Okay, so we've done all the double dipping. Now we're on to this. So I'm going to spray them all with a little bit of olive oil. Remember we did our tray as well. Now normally I would use rapeseed oil, but when I'm doing rapeseed oil, it hasn't got much control over it, so it can go everywhere, whilst this one has a little bit more. So I'm just gonna, if you feel that it needs another spray later on, give it a little bit more of a spray, but there we go. I'm just gonna put a little bit on this bit. Looks a little bit lonely not having any on that side. Now you can use normal mashed potato, but I find making your own mashed potatoes better because you can get the thickness on it of what you want, whilst with a normal mash it can be a bit harder to, with a prepared mash it can be harder. Okay, so I'm going to put these in for around 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to put it in for. They should be nice and crispy brown, but don't worry if they're not, it's absolutely fine. Okay, so in you go, my little beauties. There we go. Okay, so I'll see you in 20 minutes. Bye, my coquettes. Okay, my coquettes. Hello, sorry, didn't realise I was going to start filming. Okay, right, here we go. Da, 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 da. And here are your fish cakes. Okay, so I'm just going to put one on here just so that. Whoa. Put one. And two. Okay, so there you go. There's your salmon fish cakes. Well, thank you for watching my coquettes. As usual, press the like button. Please share the videos if you like it. And we'll see you next time on Cooking with Yanni. There won't be one tomorrow on Sunday because the Cooking with Yanni is going to have a rest. But we will see you in the week. All right, thank you very much. Bye.